Hey, Connie.
Check complete. Let's head over to the bar.
Yes. And we're back again. We're back again with another episode of the Varbar. My name is Andrew, aka Rapping Drew, and I am joined by the compadres, the long lost compadres. I ain't seen you guys in a minute. We've been taking a well-needed break since May, end of May. Strizza, Toast, J Mace, how we doing, man?
Back with a bang, man.
Yeah, man. Good to be back.
Back with something. I'm not sure whether it's a bang, but something.
Back with a bang, brother. Come on, man.
How was your summer, football-wise? How was your summer? Obviously, there was the Club World Cup. Strizza, Toast, you guys actually play football still? Did you guys have any games in the summer? Or...
Nah, man. Even at my level, obviously, like once the season's done, innit? It usually mirrors like the professional leagues, innit, man? So obviously, just a little 7 or 5-a-side here and there to stay in shape. But pre-season's already started, innit, man? So we're back to it, baby.
Say less. What about you, Strizza?
Similar to
you didn't get that call up for a Gold Cup?
No. Similar to Toast, didn't it? Like obviously, season was done. Played a few tournaments and that. Pre-season's back underway. Season started, so yeah, back to it, man.
Back to it, man. Obviously, our respected clubs have been doing business as well this summer. We saw Chelsea win the Club World Cup, beating PSG. 3-0, was it? Was it 3-0?
Yeah,
3-0.
Pretty straightforward, though. What did you guys think of the Club World Cup, actually? Let's start there. Like, did it make sense? Was it pretty good? Were you surprised at the level of the other teams? Were you surprised that Chelsea even won it?
Yeah, I was surprised at that. I'm not gonna lie, but I think in general, like the tournament, I think in 4 years' time will be better in terms of like. I think it felt like a bit of a pre-season kind of tournament, but I like the concept. I like the idea. I feel like they need to adapt the rules because you can't have champions from certain countries not playing in the Club World Cup. It don't make sense. For me, like Liverpool needed to be in there. Barca should have been in there. So yeah, maybe they should adapt it slightly, but I like the idea.
Yeah.
I think just understanding what time of the year it's played, it was very hard for me to not feel like it was just like exhibition football, innit? It didn't really feel like super competitive. I mean, to be honest, I only kind of started watching it towards the more latter stages for that reason, because I was like, is this an extension of last season where we're playing like an exhibition tournament, or are we kind of almost kicking off the new season sort of thing? So I think I personally preferred the previous format. I completely understand that obviously they wanted a situation where they could get a tournament in North America, obviously in prep for the World Cup next year. But yeah, no, I can't justify the amount of teams jumping from 8 usually to 32, from tournament to tournament. I think that was just a bit extreme. And yeah, man, I mean, it's not a World Cup, man. Like, what are we doing there? Like, why do we need 32 teams, man? So I weren't a big fan of it personally. So
me personally, I kind of was, or at least I saw the vision, but I think the execution was a little bit poor in terms of hosting it in America. I think that was just like a money play in it. I think if they did it in like Europe or even like England, for example, or France, or like just use Europe as different cities in Europe as a stage, I think it probably would have been better received, in my opinion. Because obviously the bulk of football fans or football heritage is in Europe. Most of the top teams are in Europe, and I think if marketed well and everything, I think it would have been better received there as well. And I think going forward as well, like Strizza said, like the criteria to be selected needs to be much more clearer, because again, you can't have the champions of England not being there. You can't have, for example, like proper heritage club like United or Arsenal not being there and call it like a World Cup, So I think they'll take they'll take feedback from obviously what happened this year, and hopefully they'll take it on board, man, for next time, man.
Does
But
it have to be? Does it have to be? I mean, come to Europe, because I think the main point of that tournament is to go into certain countries and certain markets to get football popping there. So it makes total sense for that tournament to be in America, because I know you can see that FIFA and UEFA, they're trying to crack that market because that market is big. So it makes sense to have that tournament there and slowly get that market, the American market, the I guess Mexican, etc., kind of into to get into the rhythm of what football is all about, etc. Because we, as in Europe, we do get the tournaments, we get the Champions League, obviously our respective tournaments playing within Europe. So we understand how it works. But for other people, for other countries, i.e., America being such a big market, you need to go in there and crack it. And this is I think it's a very good step to go in there. I mean, first time with things, it doesn't really work out because you're just working things out. But the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and I do agree that the qualification method needs to change. But I think it's very important that football is played in certain countries, i.e., America.
bro, I mean, I get that part, but then you saw like the trophy presentation. You saw Donald Trump trying to lift the trophy with thing. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys saw Heung-min Son's presentation at LAFC, and that woman was looking at, "Are you gonna win the World Cup for us for Los Angeles?" Like, come on, man! Like, they are so far behind with like their knowledge, like everything.
That's
It's just
point.
it's annoying.
That's just madness, though.
But like,
I think Son can win that.
How's a Korean man gonna win the World Cup in LA,
What
bro?
city?
Bro,
Like, come on, man. So yeah, I get what you're saying. They need to crack the market, whatever. But it's been so many years, bro. You had in the '60s Pele playing for you, and you're still confused about football. Come on, man. Don't give me that. They just don't rate the sport like that. Simple as that. In general, so I don't think they rate it like that. Unless they have, the thing is, they need to have like an American star boy. I think they thought it was going to be Pulisic, but once they get like an American star boy who is like top 3 in the world, then Americans, boy, then they will.
I do, but also you have to clock. It's very hard to break into that culture because their main sports is, you can list it, basketball. I call it NFL. I don't call it football, etc. So it's going to be very hard to break into that culture, bro. So you have to do it slowly and systematically to see that side. Americans, they like to live large, so we can't kind of use the same way we kind of apply in Europe to America. It's got to be different. Donald Trump doing that madness, that's how the Americans move. You get,
bro,
like
get off the stage, man. What do you mean that's how the Americans move?
I agree, but they like that shit, bro. So it's just
but they don't. No, they don't like that shit, because in the NBA finals, I don't see that. In the other things, I don't know. They don't do that shit. Well, that's a lie.
Like living like the concept of largeness, they like that. The concept of entertainment, largeness, that's the American way. They like that. So you have to give to get. Well, I take your point, bro. Take it.
Streets are saying you're using a garlic chopper for Mike, Mace.
Nah. Just on that point, obviously, like Trump's obviously the American president, but it's facts though. Like, Trump is not there when they lift the Stanley Cup in hockey. He's not there when they lift the NBA championship in the NBA. When during the Super Bowl, he's not there. So why is Trump on stage when the team that has just won the tournament has just won the tournament? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense in it, man. But I always just feel with like football, it's just that whoever the highest bidder is in it, like that's just the way I see it with like FIFA and obviously all the federations and whatnot, man. So it's a joke thing, man. Like that brother probably couldn't even name 10 soccer players, bro. So his presence there made no sense, man. So yeah.
Facts, man. Obviously, a bit of housekeeping. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow us on Varbar Podcast. But definitely on the YouTube as well. Like and subscribe. Once again, this is a live episode, not pre-recorded. We appreciate you being here, man. Let's get into the shits, man, and let's start off with the season the season opener for Europe, at least. The UEFA Super Cup clash, which was, is it the first time that Tottenham, this is the first time Tottenham played a Super Cup, right? I think.
Yeah, man.
First time, man. I think first time for PSG as well. So it was a battle of the first. Spurs versus PSG. The title says it itself. Tottenham being Spursy again. I don't want to talk too much, man. But Strizza, you talk me through the 90 minutes because the emotions must have been different. The emotions must have been different.
Why is man laughing though?
Talk us through it, man.
Bro, obviously, listen, I went into the game with no confidence in it. Like, no one expected us to win, including myself. And obviously, I think because we played Bayern recently and they smoked us, I was just thinking, boy, like, it's going to be a long day. But I know Thomas Frank can adapt. He has done at Brentford. And when I saw the lineup and I saw he went with a back three, I thought that was a good thing to try and like kind of nullify the fullbacks. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think we'd press as much as we did to begin with. I thought we'd sit in, which we did as well. But tactically, I think he got it spot on, and I think we were the better team. Really, up until the 70th minute, I'm not gonna lie. Like I think obviously we were very direct. I thought Kudus and Richarlison were outlets throughout the game when they played. And we were creating chances, man. And when we went 1-0 up and obviously went into half-time 1-0 up, we deserved it. I think we were fully good value for that. And we scored so early in the second half that we had a long time to kind of hold on. But they weren't really troubling us too tough. I'm not going to lie. I feel like when we were winning the ball, they were giving it away sloppy. We were winning it back and we were countering and we were causing problems, man. So I was relatively confident. Obviously, maybe that was my fault, putting little things in the chat and whatever else. And then I think the game just changed when the subs just changed the game, man. Like I think obviously he brought on Fabian Ruiz, he brought on Ramos, he brought on that Lee Kang. Is his name Lee Kang?
Yeah.
The Korean
Kang,
brother.
yeah. And that winger, the black kid.
And they just kind of changed the game. I think their subs changed the game in a positive way. They had a bit more structure. I don't know why Ruiz didn't start. Maybe it's a fitness issue. Obviously, they've not been back for long off of obviously the Club World Cup. But I think we took off Kudus, Richarlison, and Paulinho, and Tell, Solanke, and Gray came on, and the game just changed. I think Tell came on and just couldn't hold anything up, offered no threat on a counter-attack, wasn't holding the ball wasn't sticking. So they were starting to win the ball back and constantly have us in the defending, whipping balls into the box, balls into their channels. We were struggling. We didn't have an out ball. And obviously, when they get the first goal, it's a great strike, right? But when they get the first goal, you are thinking, oh, no, we're going to do it again. Like, it's just, you just know. Like, as a Spurs fan, there's no Spurs fan right now that could tell me that when we conceded, they knew we were going to concede again. I think even you, man, probably knew we were going to concede again because it's just what we do. So, and I think that's the disappointing part that we need to kind of get out of the system. With that being said, I think we could have defended the goal way better. Romero steps out. I'm not too sure why he steps out. It's a great ball, to be fair, from Dembele. And Ramos is in the right place at the right time. And obviously it goes to pen. So I think to be 2-0 up in the 84th minute, to then draw and go to penalties, obviously I'm disappointed. Penalties are obviously luck of the draw kind of thing. And they scored theirs, we didn't. And it's one of them that you look back and you think we were 5 minutes or 10 minutes, including added time, away from being Super Cup champs. And then to lose on penalties is just the worst way to lose any game, especially a cup final. But all in all, there's loads of positives to take from it, man. And I don't want to sit here and be too negative because I didn't think we would go into the game and get anything. To say that we drew with arguably the best team in the world, Chelsea fans will say different, but we know Wagwan really. I think it was a good performance, man. Especially when we're missing Kulusevski, we're missing Maddison. So our two most creative players, I think it was a good performance, lots of positives to take. I think defensively up until that point we were fantastic. And I think some of the new boys like Paulinho and Kudus look good as well. So yeah, man, disappointing. And obviously I caught some corn in the chat naturally, but it is what it is, man. I'm feeling positive now going on to Saturday.
Yeah. I think like from a Spurs perspective, right? Oh, the main thing that I know is like I was thinking like if this was Ange Postecoglou, for example, right, and he missed Madison and all these creative players that you're missing, for example, how would he have approached this game? And that's why I'm a big Thomas Frank fan, because he adapts and prospers. Now, I mean, obviously for me, one of the other reasons why you didn't kind of sort out the winners or possibly could score more goals is because I think you're lacking a striker. I think at this moment of time, at this particular level that Spurs is in right now, you're lacking like a good striker. What's his name? Richarlison did well by holding up the ball, being a nuisance, getting fouls, etc. But he's just not that. You know what I mean? Up front, the up front guy that was doing bits was Kudus. He was the only one. Solanke came in, didn't do niche. Solanke is my guy, but I don't see him doing ish in the future as well. So I think like a striker position is definitely something that you guys, obviously strikers are moving this summer, that you guys should definitely be looking for maybe in the winter or next summer. But other than that, man, like tactically, I think Thomas Frank had it spot on. Like quality, man for man wise, they are better than us. So how do we get the best of them? It's similar to what Arsenal did, right, in the second leg against PSG. We just bring the English game to them. We go with the long balls. We be physical. We're going man-on-man defending, and you guys nearly pulled it off, man. So I think in that regard, like, kudos to you guys. But in the way that you gave it away, like not seeing it out, you did it well for 70, 80 minutes. And then in the last 10 minutes, giving it away in the same vein, that's also poor, innit? So, yeah, that's Spursy, man. And you have your old corn for that.
Yeah, but you know what? And you're right. Everything you said is spot on. But I'll take corn from, like, I know Ken is chatting shit in the chat, for example. I might take it from man that have been there, that have done it. Yeah. But there's certain man, Arsenal man, Munya, Tarbs, Mitch, them man, Toast, running them out, never been in that position. How can you chat to me from outside the club? At least I'm dead there. I'm on the dance floor. Like, what are you, man, doing? So it's like one of them ones where, like, I can admit that at the end of the day, we Spursed it up. Yeah, cool, whatever. That whole Spursy tag and whatever, you can argue that we've kind of like, after winning the Europa League, we've kind of like, that's not a thing anymore. Yeah. Yesterday, cool. We lost on penalties. That's fine. But you man weren't there. You man ain't won nothing in Europe. So you can't chat to me. That's my thing. Like, and I think there needs to be a bit of understanding in terms of like, cool, yeah. If there's always gonna be the rivalry in it, like I'm Tottenham, you man are Arsenal, you're gonna call me, but then remember that what happened when you played them over two legs. They done your dance. So let's not forget that.
Gooners, man. Go ahead.
Where do I begin, bro? Where do I begin?
Begin by being objective and then run your agenda. How about that?
No, I'll start with this. A wise man once said, "We believe in the history of the Tottenham."
We believe in the history.
That comment, man.
Yeah.
That comment's not true though, because we won the Europa League, so that comment is now invalid. That's the point. How can that comment even be a thing anymore? Do you get it though? How can that be? I
think the comment is more based on like. Correct me if I'm wrong, the other guys. The way I'm interpreting it, it's more like when Spurs think they get it over the line, other teams still find a way to beat you guys. I think that's how I interpret it.
And you find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, bro. This is literally what you guys do. Like, it's in your DNA. Like, yesterday was a perfect example of that. Like, that line could not be more perfect.
Strizza, they're asking you what you're expecting from Solanke this season.
I'll answer that in a second. I need to come back to Toast real quick. How many times though in recent years has that been Arsenal though? How many times have you been there and you've bottled it and you've messed things up? But what about you, man? Then you can't talk about that though.
Let me respond. I honestly don't think Arsenal, United, Liverpool, even Brentford would have done what you man did yesterday. I swear my life.
Oh my God, they're so easy to say though.
That's cap. Because
that's not true.
How are you winning? It's true.
Man said Brentford.
It's crazy. Do you know the crazy thing? When Lee Kang-in scored, I thought, okay, cool. They just got themselves a goal back. Done. I went to have a shower. Hopped out the shower, looked at my phone, fucked it up.
He's capping about he went to have a
I'll
shower.
be
I thought
real.
he went to have a shower.
I went to have a shower. Man said I'm capping.
Why do you like him, bro? Like you're gonna leave. Like you're gonna leave a game and
I left it, bro. I came back for the pen. I'm telling you, I swear to God.
You know what? Hand on heart, I just said in that game, like, for what, 70, 80 minutes, maybe 60, 70 minutes, PSG, I said, just get one lifeline. Just any sort of lifeline to get back in this game, and you will get back in this game. So when Lee Kang-in scored, and I looked at the clock, and I said there was, what, 5-6 minutes plus extra time? I said that Spurs are going to Spurs this up, man, because it's going to be an onslaught for the next 7 minutes. Spurs are going to go into their shell like you expect Spurs to do. PSG, best team in Europe, are going to show their dominance, and they got their goal. And then even in the penalty shootout, you had a 2-goal lead, and you still dropped the ball. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, you really can't.
Firstly,
like, this is the history of the Spurs.
Firstly,
two things can be right.
We didn't have a 2-goal lead. It's not true. We didn't have a 2-goal lead. When Vitinha missed his first one, Solanke scored his, then Bentancur scored his.
Oh, you mean the penalty? Oh, yeah.
Then we missed our third, and then they scored. Like, it wasn't. Tell missed the third penalty, and then it was back level. So this whole people, that's what I'm trying to say. People ain't even getting their facts right. They're just running them out without even knowing. Like, at the end of the day, listen, agenda have to run, yeah, and I get it. And look, I will take the corn.
Yeah,
I will take the corn because, and that's why yesterday I wasn't even like giving much back, because I feel like I have to take it on the chin because we were 2-0 with 10 minutes to go, and we bottled it 100%. But where are you, man? Where are you? Where are you, man? Because you can't tell me about Tottenham. Where are you?
I think that's a valid question. You know, I can't lie. That's a valid point.
That's a valid question, but I just want to deal with something Drew talked about. I swear you're giving Solanke a blight, because Solanke is. How much did they buy him for?
Listen.
Go on, Strizza.
So
we do the research.
No. I like how much? Because Solanke, this should be the year where he steps up. I don't want to hear what Spurs are missing is a star striker, yada bullshit.
65 million pounds.
Brother, what we doing? What we doing?
Okay.
55 million initial, 10 million bonus. Crazy.
What we doing?
So firstly, I want you lot to cast your mind back to last summer, okay? Last summer when we signed him. So he has only been there for 1 season, right? He was signed for big money. He come off the back of scoring 19, 20 Premier League goals for Bournemouth, I believe. Yeah. He's English, so you know English tax is already a thing because Alanga's gone for 55 mil. Yeah, I know like he's played for Sweden, but in terms of like homegrown players, they always cost more money. Yeah. Obviously, Kane had been sold, yeah, and we needed a replacement, right? There wasn't a lot out there, and we signed the player to fit Andrew's system. He presses well, he links play well, and he just come off the back of a good goal scoring season. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say right now, I can say like hand on heart, it's going to work, it's been a success. But what I will say, there's enough that I'm seeing that under Frank in a better system where, because I think under Ange, he was doing a lot of dog work. He was doing a lot of false 9, dropping in, linking the play. He wasn't really staying as an out-and-out number 9. And we've seen it with Frank, with Ivan Toney, and with Wissa. When he has a striker that plays as a striker, plays in between the goalposts, he'll create chances and he'll score goals. And he's proven he can score goals for Bournemouth. So I'm not too worried about him. Yeah, you'll look at the price tag, but listen, that's the going rate these days. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the going rate. So I think Solanke deserves time. And I think last point, another big thing, is he had injuries last season. He got injured in the first game of the season against Leicester. He was out until the international break after that. And then he got injured at the turn of the year. So and he was out and for I think 6 weeks and then came back. So it was a bit stop-start. We were obviously dreadful last year, the worst we've ever been, in my lifetime in the league, finishing 17th. So factor that in. But in the big moments in the Europa League towards the end of the season, he stepped up. He scored important goals that got us to the final. So that's why I think I have to give him a blood. I'm not saying he's a world beater. You can't replace someone like Harry Kane. It's so the striker market is difficult. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. It's a difficult market to go out and get a proper world-class number 9. but I think I'll give him time.
Is he bagging more than Sesko this season? Prez is asking.
Then who? Sesko.
Yeah.
If he stays fit, then I'd say yeah.
Oh,
if he stays fit,
damn.
yeah, and he can get a run of games. Because remember, he's been injured even now pre-season. He was on the bench obviously yesterday because he's not played. He played at Reading. He's been injured ever since. And I went to that Reading game. That was like 3 weeks ago. So he's not really had a pre-season. He didn't play when we were away in Korea. So I think if he gets a good run of games and Frank obviously gets a system that suits him, which I think he will, I think he'll score goals, man. Obviously, I know Sesko, like big money signing, coming into United, but United are a mess. Let's not forget that, yeah? And Sesko, it wasn't exactly prolific in the Bundesliga, so I don't know what Prez or any United fan are really expecting from him anyway.
All right, man. Say less. Hope your question's been answered there, mate. We can stick with Spurs, man, and we'll go to our next point, our next segment of this show. Obviously, we're previewing the top 6 teams, not the top 6 of last season, but the traditional top 6 teams. We'll see what they did in the summer. We'll see what they've done in the window, and we'll just, kind of predict or say what we feel that they're going to do this season. And we'll start with Spurs. So we'll go from last season bottom till top. Spurs finished 17th, as Strizza just said. They've done a few good business this summer. They got a new manager. They sacked the old manager. They got a couple of players. They got Mohamed Kudus, which is their statement signing so far this summer. Yeah. Are they contenders for the title this season? Or title. Top 4? Or
for
top
the title?
4? You're top 6, bro. So that should be an aim,
we have
right?
to take time with. We have.
Doesn't get top 4.
Listen,
we
have to take time with that, man. Like, nah.
No top 4. Or top 5. Let's say top 5. Top 5, 5th gets you Champions League as well. So 5th. Do you think you can make 5th?
Spurs ain't get top 5.
Damn. Elaborate.
Like, I think we actually need to understand that, yes, fine, we gloss over the fact that, yeah, they won the Europa League. Spurs finished 17th. 17th. The only 3 teams last season they finished above: Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton. Horrible teams like Everton. Horrible teams like West Ham. Mid-average team, mid-table teams like Brentford, Fulham, Palace. They dunked on Tottenham last year by like 20 plus points. So what are we doing here? What are we actually talking about? How are Tottenham going to jump from 17th to top 5? Tottenham, they're not even getting into the top 6. They can forget top 6 in the league. They've got their Champions League campaign to deal with. They ain't got the depth for that. They ain't got the quality for that. And I see this year as a free hit, really. I rate Thomas Frank in it. I think he's a very good manager, but he basically has to build them up from ground zero, basically. So yeah. I'm looking at that team yesterday, and if I'm honest, the only part of the field that I was actually remotely impressed with was the defense. I thought the midfield was okay, nothing special. The attack, mid.
Bentancur was good.
He was aight. For me, the only thing I really saw from Tottenham yesterday was, you know what? They actually looked like they were capable of defending for 90 minutes. At one point in the game, I thought they were gonna keep a clean sheet. Like, the structure made sense. Like, whatever obviously they've done over the preseason, they look decent. I'm not gonna lie, they look good defensively, but I've not seen enough. Man. Like, Kudus as well. Obviously, you're not gonna play PSG every week, but I would have liked to have seen him in slightly better positions yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Like, the 1 or 2 times that he did get on the ball and was running direct, that was when Tottenham were creating chances. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's going to be a really important player this season. But I'm looking at that squad. There's just so much mids. Like, Brendan Johnson was on the bench yesterday, didn't get on, mids. Tell, who I highly rated when he was at Bayern, looked so poor yesterday when he came on. Odebear, we've not really seen him like hit a real height. Son's obviously left. Obviously, Kane, we're now 2 years removed. Dominic Solanke, I really rate him as a footballer, and I think he's very much a system player. We saw how much he struggled when he was at Chelsea and when he was at Liverpool. albeit didn't get the game time he needed. At Bournemouth, he was a success. But let's keep it a buck now. He was the main guy at Bournemouth. This was before the Kluiverts and the Semenyo era. He was the main guy, and that's why he was banging in goals. And I don't feel as if this Tottenham team, at least not last year, played through him. Like, so it's a weird one, because I think he has the ability to do it, but unless Thomas Frank is willing to say, you know what, you're my number 9, you're going to play every week, you're going to start every week, and we're going to play through you, and we're going to look for you to get 20 goals, I don't really see Solanke having the impact that Tottenham fans probably want him to have. I think Richarlison's mid as well. Like,
oh, he's so mid. It's the Richarlison thing is so sad, right? Because I had so much high hopes for him, especially in the Watford days. Even at Everton, he was pretty decent. He earned his move to Spurs, right, based on his Everton. But at Spurs, man, the mid is just midding. He
chooses to be a shitbag rather than a good footballer.
But he was genuinely like, he had good technique. He was a good finisher. He was an all-rounder. And at Spurs, I don't know, has he had a major injury or something? Like Richarlison?
I don't think he has.
Yes.
Strizza?
Yes.
He's had a few injuries. I mean, he's had quite a lot of injuries. But
major though, like what major injury has he had?
So I don't know if you want to call it a major injury, but he done his hamstring pretty badly.
Twice. Yeah,
hammies are bad. Like, you lose a yard, and I think it's that mentally, you always feel like it's going to go again. It's like it takes a while. Obviously, I missed that. My connection was going mad, so I missed a little bit of what you were saying. But yeah,
now we're talking about Richarlison. To jump on Toe's point and Andy's point, Richarlison at Watford and Everton, he was a good player. I fancied him a bit to do well, but he moved to Spurs, and for me, I think he prefers to be the shit stirrer than a footballer. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. I think the game yesterday suited him. I think Drew summed up perfectly. He's a nuisance. He wants to like wind people up, be a little bit of like a trick people up and push people and get in people's heads. He is like that. But he had ability when he was at Watford and Everton, and I just haven't seen that ability at Spurs. And I don't know why that is. I'm not sure whether, because a lot of the time for them, he was a big fish in a small pond. He's obviously come to a bigger club and maybe it's too much for him. I don't know. But I definitely think like if someone come in for him, I'd want to sell him 100%.
You know what? I actually kind of see like Richarlison's early career kind of reminds me of Martinelli a little bit when he first broke into the Arsenal team, innit? Because he was like a maverick in a way, you know, like you didn't kind of know what he was going to do. Like there was a bit of excitement to his game, but now it's just very predictable, innit? Like it's just, yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's no real USP to either of their games at this point, and I feel as if
I don't think Martinelli has. You man are so harsh on Martinelli. I don't think he's fell off like that, man. Richarlison fell off, but Martinelli hasn't fell off
Martinelli
like that.
Martinelli is finished, brother. He's washed. Martinelli, and I cannot wait to get onto the Arsenal segment, man. I'm gonna pepper that, brother. He is finished. But to go back to Tottenham really quickly, innit? Like, I mean, I don't want to be all negative. I'm not gonna lie. Like the back five really impressed me. I've never really been a fan personally of Kevin Danso, but the other four, like Jed Spence, like when he went on loan to what was it, Genoa, he went on loan to like Leeds. I thought this one was cooked. I thought his career in the Prem was done. But Jed Spence probably had the best game I've seen him play, maybe ever. Like he was man for man with Kvaratskhelia every single time my man came down the wing. They had to drag him off after what, 50, 55 minutes. Like we know what Pedro Porro is going to give you as well. On the right side as well, obviously the set pieces, the crosses, do you know what I mean? The playmaking from deep, and then obviously Mickey van der Ven, like sprinter, very fast, like very aggressive, very strong, very good. Romero as well. I think he's taken some strides as a defender when he's not doing his head loss thing, innit? But if I'm looking at Tottenham's front five now, and again, this might not be obviously all of your starters, but they're trying to pitch me Pape Sarr, who I personally think is a very good player. They're trying to pitch me Pape Sarr is going to play 10 this season.
He's not. It's a needs must thing.
Okay, because obviously
we've got no players.
And this is my issue. Like Eze, if Tottenham end up getting Eze, that would be a huge move for you guys. Because obviously, like for me, I don't see. I think Pape Sarr is a very good player. I just don't see him as a 10. Like if you're telling me that Pape Sarr plays 38 games next season and he gives you 10 goals, 10 assists, I will be shocked genuinely. So I just don't see him as that sort of player personally. And then we obviously have Kudus, who's a bit of a maverick in there, but the rest of the front five, like Palhinha, very aggressive. Bentancur, good on the ball, very aggressive. But where's the creativity in that Tottenham midfield? Where is that?
That's the thing, right? So that's obviously my next point that I was going to make. That obviously the signings that you've made so far that I'm seeing, Kevin Danso and Matistel has been made permanent, right?
Yeah.
And then you signed centre back from Croatia, Vuskovic, and then obviously Mohamed Kudus. You've been linked with Eze because that's been a glaring thing that I looked at the Spurs team that I'm like, Spurs is just missing this creative outlet from midfield, from deep and midfield actually. But let's just start from like, the 10 position, and rightly so. You've been linked with Eberechi Eze, and I'm seeing press asking you as well. What the Spurs are asking us? What does Spurs need to do to jump from 17th to the European spots? Which
he's violating. I got to mention 17th.
Is Eze enough?
So not
for me, because for me, I think Eze and a striker. But what do you guys think?
Personally, like I understand what you're saying because Sarr played in the 10 obviously yesterday, but Kulusevski obviously we know is out, has been out since the back end of last season, missed the Europa League final. We know he's a creative player. We know he's a good ball carrier. We know that last season he was arguably our best player when he was fit. Yeah, we know what Maddison could do as well. I'm not saying that Maddison's of the elite level, but in terms of creativity, being able to drop deep, get on the ball, find the pass, and can also get on the end of things and score a goal, Maddison's also one. So, yeah, we went in for Gibbs White. We know what happened there. He got held hostage, so that wasn't able to transpire into him signing. Although we got the here we go, that would have been a perfect signing for us. We've obviously gone in for Eze now. This is after the Maddison injury. I don't know if we'd have went for him prior to that, but again, we're trying to do that. And Savinho as well. Like, I'm not saying Savinho is a 10, but he's another creative wide man. It was glaringly obvious last season that we didn't have wingers that could beat their fullback. With Kudus and hopefully Savinho if we get over the line, and Eze, we've got 3 players that can get the ball. They can beat a man, they can drop a shoulder, and they can be creative, all in different ways. I agree. Yesterday, we needed a 10. We needed someone in midfield that could drop deep, get the ball, and find our forward-thinking players, yeah? So Eze would be amazing if we can get that done. I want another winger, so Savinho would be great. I didn't want us to sign Tel permanently, yeah? I wasn't happy with that. But that's obviously is what it is. I've not been impressed with him, but I'm going to give him another season. He's young. You're saying we need a striker. Who do we get?
You already got a striker.
No, but Drew said he thinks we need a striker.
No.
And I'm saying who do we get?
I know because in the comments, Tabo's been saying that, they just signed Dom Solanke. I know they just signed Dom Solanke. I think Dom Solanke and Richarlison are not good enough. So
they're not.
But that's them.
And
That's
you know
them.
what it
That's
is?
full planning.
Like Spurs scored a lot of goals last year, but the systems were completely different. And obviously the wealth of the goals were spread across the whole pitch. If we assume Frank's going to do something similar at Brentford, at Tottenham, what did Frank have? As well as a really good system, he had 2 dynamic forwards. And Mbeumo, 20 goals. Vissa, 19 league goals. Name me one or two man in this Tottenham team, if they play the same system, that can score up to 19 or 20 league goals in this Tottenham team right now. I wouldn't. Richarlison, absolutely not. I don't think Solanke has.
But he has done it. Solanke's done it.
Tottenham. No, he's done it. But in this system, my brother, I don't know if he will be able to even get enough chances to score up 20 league goals.
So what is this system then that you're talking about? Because for me, Frank obviously is a manager that adapts to your position, and he even does it in games sometimes, right? So we don't know if he's going to play a back 4 or he's going to play a back 3 with obviously sometimes Burma and Wissa play the 2 up top. But either way, I think they were the 2 main men, obviously, for Brentford. I think goals will be spread across. I honestly do. Brennan Johnson, for as much as you man know my thoughts on Brennan Johnson, yeah? For as much as I dislike him, he has got an eye for goal. He scores goals. So he'll get goals. I do believe Solanke will score goals. Yeah, and he's proven that at Bournemouth, albeit one season, but he's proven that he can score goals in this league. Yeah, so he can score goals. I'm not saying Kudus is renowned for his goal scoring, but I think playing in a team that plays more forward-thinking football, because at West Ham, he was having to track back and do all sorts of defending, and it's difficult to
be fair,
score goals.
That's one part of Kudus that he needs to improve. Is his goal returns.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
But I think playing in a team full of quality and more of a free-flowing attacking way of playing will suit him. And I'm hoping that his goal return does increase. But again, I've got no evidence to suggest that will happen, but that's the hope. And then players like, obviously, when they come back, like Kulusevski, who can chip in with goals and assists, I think the goals will be spread across. I honestly do. Like, I think to say that will Richarlison and Solanke both score 20 goals, probably not. But do I think that 3 or 4 of the attack could get 10 to 15 goals between them? Yeah, I do.
All right, quickly, where do we think Tottenham will end? Give me positions straight.
I think 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5th or 6th.
What do you think, Toast?
I've got Tottenham out of my top 6 personally. Like, I don't see them beating Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Villa, at least. So that's already top 6 for me gone. I don't see a situation where
you don't see them beating those teams. You don't see them beating those teams home and away. Is that what you're saying?
I don't see them getting enough points or scoring enough goals to get into the top 6 and beating out the likes of Chelsea, Villa, Newcastle to those final spots. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Not as presently constructed. The Eze move can make or break the season, genuinely.
Yeah.
For more than 100%. Club.
I think I've got Spurs 8th, definitely in the top 10. But yeah, like Toast said, man, I'm not sure about the strikers and the amount of goals that he can score. But obviously, a lot hinges on Eze, the creativity, and Kulusevski to come back as well. I think he's important as well for the way you attack.
Quickly, before we move on, do you think they will leak less goals? And that's very important.
Absolutely.
I think this iteration of Spurs will leak less goals, and that's very important with how they finish in the table. And why I think
good point.
6. But anyways,
yeah,
man,
calm. Let's move on to the next team, man. Manchester United, man. I didn't every time I think about Manchester United, I have to smile, man, because again, man, they ruined childhoods. But now that I'm an adult, post uni and that, I'm loving what I'm witnessing from United this past 10 years, man. And last season they sacked Ten Hag midway. They got Ruben Amorim. He did even worse. But they made some changes. He's made some big decisions. Ostracizing Sancho, ostracizing what's his name? Rashford, and a few others as well. Like, he's made some big decisions, and that takes some, balls, so to speak, to do that.
I'm dying, Tavo, champions elect.
Shout out Tavo, calling United champions elect. But to be fair, that takes some balls for him to do, because obviously Rashford was an academy darling. Of course, it hasn't really worked out for him on a personal level at United and vice versa as well. But he quickly identified that this Rashford is not my guy. Loaned him out in January, and now he's made a loan move to Barcelona as well. This season, United got busy. I'm seeing Benjamin Sesko for big money, Brian Mbeumo for big money, Matheus Cunha for big money. They're all 70+ million signings. They got a left back from Paraguay, Diego Leon. And then obviously in January, they got the Arsenal Donny as well.
What
are we saying about you?
That's my question.
I'm hearing credit line. Credit line.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's a mad thing, bro. I thought they were Brock. And they're spending.
That's what I thought as well, man. All 3 of them are 70 mil plus. That's crazy. Euros. So
you're saying if they don't work out, that means they're even deep in debt. It's crazy.
United, their priorities are all wrong, innit, man? When them man get to the training ground, they're gonna be doing serve yourself, man, because they're gonna sack all of the staff, brother. All of the staff are gonna be going, bro. Like they're gonna be doing serve yourself, bro. It's gonna be doing buffet.
Bring your
style,
own
bro.
lunch, bro.
Bring your own lunch,
You know
boy.
that-
What
You
the
know
hell?
that. You know that. You know what? I'll kick this one off in it, man. I love talking about United in it, and all I'm gonna say is they've made some excellent signings in attack, but we all know, and I personally have never seen a successful rebuild where you start top down as opposed to bottom up. Like, I'm looking at their defense and I'm looking at their defensive midfielders, I'm looking at their midfield, and I'm thinking, where is the cornerstone piece in the team? Like, I'm looking at their defense and I'm seeing, okay, let's say we play 3-4-3, Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro. I'm thinking, this is not going to get it done. This is not going to get it done. I just think this Man United team right now is extremely unbalanced. I don't see a single midfielder with athleticism. Casemiro, legs are done. Kobe Mainu, baller, Texman for days. No athleticism. Bruno Fernandes, he's not really the guy you want to be running box to box. Ogata, excuse me. It's not really worked yet. Ogata. It's not really worked yet. So for me, I'm looking at, yes, this team is going to score goals. And Mbeumo, 20 goals. Cunha, 15 goals. Sesko, 15 goals. The attack is clean. But the CMs and the defense is a big problem. Like for me, you probably needed to actually free up that 70 million you spent on one of those between Cunha and Mbeumo and spend that money on a DM, which potentially could still happen in Belieber. So the jury's still out, and a centre back, because I don't think United's defense is equipped to go into this season to do anything.
Can I do devil's advocate? Obviously, he's had the whole summer to train with them to get his thoughts across. They have one game a week, quote unquote. No Europe, only Carabao Cup, which they played in the second round, by the way. Do you think that will help Amorim get his point across and to get, the players to buy into the system, like De Ligt, Euro? I think his starting centre backs will be De Ligt, Euro, and Martinez whenever he's back. And then they got Dorgu and Ahmad on the wing backs. I mean, we saw it in the big games last season that when the players are on it and they're fully bought in and they're inspired, they can scrape a result. So do you think with less games, more training time, a full preseason, destiny might change? United fans, feel free to comment as well. I'm asking you guys.
I don't.
I need to see it first, man, because I understand. Like, so the Martinez thing, he can't stay fit. Like, this guy is perpetually injured. He plays one good game, comes back, and then you see him limping down the tunnel, down the Stretford end. De Ligt, I saw a tweet that they said that he's not had a good game since Italy, bro. So I don't know about De Ligt in England, bro, right now. The jury's still out on what he's going to be able to do at United. Like, I've not seen enough. Have any of you guys seen 3 or 4 consistent De Ligt games where you thought, okay, we have something here? I haven't.
I've seen that since Ajax.
And then you've got Lenny Yoro, who's a youngster. Bags of potential, but he's a youngster. You got Aiden Heaven, bags of potential, but he's a youngster. Are you going to tell me that these teenagers are going to be starting games for Man United? Like, come on. Like, what are we doing there, man? Like, for me, the fact that they didn't think they needed to address their defense this summer is criminal. And it's going to come back to bite them, bro. 100%. It's going to come back to bite them.
It depends. It depends where what's their aim? I think that's the big question. As a United fan, what is your aim for
their aim? Has to be to get to Europe, whatever iteration of Europe, because they spend money.
You know what it is?
They need to get that back.
I feel like they want to bring some feel-good factor back to the club, innit? And they've done that in the form of quality Premier League players and quality players in Europe. Do you know what I mean? Because United are going to score goals, innit? Like that, their attack with like Bruno behind them pulling the strings, like the Mbeumo's, the Cunhas, like the Sesko, like they're going to cook in attack. But attack wasn't the only part. I'll be real. United from top to bottom were bad last year. Attack, they were bad.
But the thing is, okay, cool. Again, devil's advocate.
I will use
one problem that hold on, Shalom. One problem that United had last season as well was scoring goals. So can it not be an Entertainment FC situation this season?
Could be.
You score, I score.
That's-
You score, I
could be.
score more.
That's what I'm saying. It might have to be. Like they're trying to bring the feel-good factor back to the club. They want to see, you know what I mean, high-scoring games. That's it. But is that, is that, do you know what I mean? Like long-term success in it. Like I don't know. I just don't. I think there's a very big imbalance in the team. Personally,
I think the point I was trying to pull across is if you have to ask the United fans what's your target this year, and if it's eighth, as you pointed out, so Europe, I've seen my team finish eighth twice, so it can be done with a not so good team. So I think minimum what you have to do is build. If you can get eighth, as we call it this season, build from there, and then next year fix that midfield and the defense. What United just need to do is build from somewhere.
I'm seeing big comments, man.
That's it.
Press saying Belieber may solve the first 11 issue, but I think I'm ready to admit it might be a coaching issue.
Fair
And then
enough.
he's saying Europe has to be a minimum, but it might not be with this manager. Whoa, Amorim out from certain man. Shout out Gerald. If they sign Belieber, I think he by himself makes a big difference to their success. I agree.
big facts, man. Big facts.
I agree with that. I think that, yeah. I think the defense thing will sort itself out. It would be shit or good, but the attack needs to do their work. That's how I see it. So whatever the defense is, I think they will sort that out next summer to get the pieces there. But the midfield and the attack, that's what they want to sort out. And I think it looks like it's going the right way, to be honest. But Belieber looks a bit unrealistic in regards to the price. But I don't know, man. I don't want to write off United. I don't want to do that because they've got Premier League proven attackers. Benjamin Sesko, the jury's still out on him. But with the pieces around him, he might cook. You know what I mean? This is not Xavi Simons and Christian Paulson running around doing niche. You got decent players now. So, yeah, man. Positions, man. Where do you guys think, or where do you guys got United finishing?
Again, like I said, like you have to respect the Premier League, and it's very, very difficult to jump from 17th, 16th, 15th straight back into the top six. I have United right now 6th, 7th right now. I have that the attack will win them a lot of games, but I just think that they're not going to be able to control games because, again, there's no athleticism in that midfield. I don't see they're going to lose a lot of games because they're going to lose the midfield battle in a lot of games, and I don't think that they're equipped yet in this tactic, this 3-4-3 thing, with the personnel that they have. I don't see it. So for me, I see them outside my top six as well. I had them probably 7th.
Yeah, I agree with you. 6th, 7th. I've got them 6th, 7th as well. I think they'll make big leaps. I think if they get like a Belieber or a Belieber type DM, because I think Mainu or what's his name, Casemiro, they're not going to get it done. They're not going to get it done. So I think they need to get someone more athletic in that position. Then I could see them being a nuisance, to be honest. I don't. And I say, like you said, we have to respect the Premier League, but you have to respect heritage. You have to respect the institution that is United, even though, you know, they've been dead and buried for a long time. You can't ride them off too tough, man. Strizza, where you got them?
Well, I got them below us, I'm not going to lie. I've actually got a 6th. So I'd put United 8th.
Mace.
I think United are going to improve this year, but I don't rate the manager. Firstly, I don't think Amorim's got a clue, and I think I agree with what Prez is saying. But you think it's too early to say that? I don't know. Like I just think you see certain times,
like, if he doesn't cook this year, he's in trouble. He's in big trouble. But let's give him the full season. Do you know what I mean? You give him the international, the summer tour and all the training, the 1 game a week.
Yeah.
If he's not cooking after that, pack your load, my brother. It's time to go, man. Like he'll be out by summer for sure. Like I don't think they'll give him like the Arteta time to like rebuild or anything like that. If they don't see significant strides, 100%.
Yeah. Let's move on, man. United done and dusted. And we'll move on to Chelsea, who finished. Where did they finish last season? 4th? or third?
Fourth, yeah, fourth.
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah, City finished first.
Chelsea. I mean, at the start of, let's see, from quarter two onwards, they were kind of cooking. People were calling them like outside title contenders. People were saying it was a 3-horse race, and then it came to December in the busy period, and then it all came crumbling down. World champions. Shout out the world champions, man. Gerald he's a Chelsea fan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's Chelsea boy. Makes
Chelsea, okay. Yeah, this is for you then. Yeah, so Chelsea, obviously, last season they've been up and down, but they maintained the course. Obviously, I think the last couple of games last season, I think it was the top 4 was between like 6-7 teams or something, and eventually, they managed to get the top 4, top 5, whatever it is. They qualified for the Club World Cup. They won that beyond anyone's wildest dreams, but they won it pretty convincingly as well with good performances. And again, they've added to their squad. I need to go to Chelsea's summer window, but they've done some bits already. Top of my head, obviously they signed Joao Pedro, Binu Gittins, which was a lot of teams were after him. Gerard Harter from Ajax, Liam Delap, Esteval, which they already signed, but he's joining them already. He's joining them just this summer.
Yep.
And then a couple of others as well. I mean, boy, what are you guys saying? Because for me, I'm looking at this Chelsea. I'm looking at Maresca. I'm looking at the people that they have. It's a similar story to United, right? Where like you look at the defense and the back 5 and you're just like, meh. But I'm seeing that basket at Sanchez. I'm seeing him cooking. Gerald, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how you look at your keeper, but I'm seeing Sanchez. He's looking half decent right now. Although I know at his Brighton time he looked good as well, but he's very inconsistent. What are you guys saying about Chelsea? Because I've got them high, but I'll elaborate on that later.
You know what? Last season, Chelsea low-key got away with murder in it, because earlier on in the season when they were cooking, Maresca was really playing the thing down. He was like, nah, this team is not equipped, this, that. But for me, I kind of see that sometimes in a way as like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Do you know what I mean? Like when you already speak it into existence that, nah, we can't compete, you're naturally going to think you're not good enough. Like, so for me, that made no sense to me. Coming into this season, I don't want Chelsea to run from the grind, man. Because how many 100 million players are you going to sign, bro? When is it going to be enough? Someone told me that Chelsea have signed 49 players in the last 4 seasons. Comparatively to Man United, United have signed 49 players in the last 10 seasons, apparently. Chelsea have just been signing. Ted Bowley, everyday checkbook. So when are you finally going to compete? You've got 200 million. You've got 200 million centre midfielders. You've got Cole Palmer, who could potentially be a Ballon d'Or candidate in a few years. Do you know what I mean? Like you're putting the pieces together. So what's going on? When are we going to start saying, you know what, you guys need to be held more accountable than you actually are being held right now? Like, I don't think anybody has any. When I'm hearing title talks this year, I'm seeing Liverpool, and then I'm seeing City and Arsenal again, and then I'm seeing Chelsea. But I'm not really understanding why Chelsea they're so far down the pecking order. I personally think Chelsea should fully be competing this season. Like, what's stopping them?
Yeah. No. I definitely agree with you. And they need to stop running, because they tried to do that last season, obviously by using excuses. We're not ready, and our team is still young, and this and that. But billions have been spent, bro. Billions, literally billions. You get me? So
when is the spending going to be enough? Do you know what I mean?
Sharp Press, he said, these are the man you should be pocket watching. A few years from now, the sanctions are going to be biblical. Yeah, I don't know, man. Bro, these men they're selling hotels, parking lot, their women team, and they're getting away with murder. Like, I don't know.
Spreading contracts across 20 years. Man.
Amortization.
The Netflix series is going to be crazy, man. Honestly, this club.
Sanchez is not my keeper, no matter how he ended the season. Wow. Who's the keeper? Donnarumma's available, but apparently he's going City. Chelsea, Strizza, Mace. Right now. What are you guys saying?
I think Chelsea will be up there, man. I can't lie, because I think, last season, like, I agree in terms of running from the grind, but no one anticipated that they'd be up there. Maresca, when he came in, obviously came from Leicester, take some time, etc. And I just think now, with the signings that they've made, they've solidified their position, obviously, by getting the Champions League. They've won the Club World Cup, so they've got to be going to league confident. Like, why can't they go up and win it? So, yeah, I think they'll be up there. But I don't think they'll win it, though, just because I think, like you said, Toast, I think, the midfield, like, I rate their midfield. I think Caicedo is top draw. I think Enzo, when he does play, like, in a bit more of an 8 position, is also good. I love João Pedro. I think he's quality. That Gittins has got obviously a lot of potential. Esteval looks good. They've got a lot of they've got a lot of
that team
is good.
Like,
it sounds good. Yeah, it's greedy. They've got Bearman.
But the thing is, it sounds good, but it looks good. I've seen a few. I watched like extended highlights of what was the game they beat someone 4-0. Was it Milan? I think it was Milan at the bridge.
Yeah.
I think. Fam, there was just from me to you, from me to you, like. Yeah. But the only thing with the Esteval one, sorry to cut you off. The only thing with the Esteval one, like the only thing with the Esteval one, like he reminds me a little bit of a better version of Madueke in terms of like he's very selfish. I don't want to very selfish, but he's very like tunnel vision. Where like I think if Esteval starts playing with his teammates more, start getting to know his teammates more. Yeah, we need to watch that Esteval because if he starts cooking, it's going to be long. It's going to be long, man. So
I think going forward, quality, just defensively. Like I know that Hato, like you'll know better than me. Obviously, he come from Ajax and that, but from what I know of him, like he's good, a lot of potential, left-footed, whatever else. And with the Cole injury, you'd think he'd slot straight in. I think Cucurella done all right last season. A lot of men don't like him, but I think Cucurella's all right. I think he chips in with a goal.
Strides, man. He's improved.
And he's hard to beat. Like if you're a winger, you don't want to play because he's aggressive. He'll get nice and tight. So obviously, if Reece James can stay fit as well, like he's on the best right backs in the league. Let's not forget that. I know he's a sick note and already be injured after the first game.
What happened, man? Gusto got his chain, man. What happened, bro? That Donny can't stay fit, man.
Probably, most likely not. But yeah, I honestly think we should be mentioning Chelsea in conversation with City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. They have to be.
I'm gonna make a comment because I was speaking to Drew about this. I think the Club World Cup helped Chelsea the most out of all the clubs because it just gave them time to play more games and just play that Maresca style of football. And you can see them slowly getting that confidence, and obviously winning it shut that confidence up by 100. So for me, I think Chelsea for sure this season I want to watch. Sure.
They won 2 cups in the space of a couple months. Like
exactly, yeah. So Chelsea confidence are high. I'm a bit dubious about the defense though. With losing Cole Welch and ACL, I'm a bit dubious about it. I like Hato. He reminds me of like a right-sided Timber. That aggression. I like players with aggression as well, but also can play football. And Hato being the Ajax kind of product, he will ball. So I think that's a good signing by Chelsea. But yeah, one to watch. I think I'll put them. Are we doing
Yeah. Where do you guys think they're gonna finish?
I think they likely will do one better and go third.
Strizza?
Yeah, I'll go third as well. Third.
Yeah, right now I've got
second,
them,
man.
I got them.
I've got them second, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, you know what? It's tough. It's tough because I don't want to spite my face, but I got them second or third right now. I'll be real. Like I need to see Arsenal's present window. I got Chelsea second right now, innit? I got Chelsea second right now. Yeah, with Arsenal's current window.
Let's check the chat, man. Gerald obviously saying, I agree. Even if we don't win, we should mount a challenge for sure. Recibo Travel. Andy, don't talk about my club like this. 10 men. Prez, I'm hearing Harter too small for centre back. Nah, I think he's taller than Timber. I think so. Shout out Jake, who used to bash Cucurella every episode. He still bashes Cucurella in the group chat. Jake, yeah. I think Cucurella's class. Gerald thinks his club will finish third. Fair enough. See what I'm telling you about this, Andy. What am I saying, bro? I just think Chelsea will finish second. Come on, man. Nothing to do with Arsenal. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next team then, Man City, who finished third last season. Who, by all stretch of all intents and purposes, they had a terrible season last season. Specifically, the way they started, the middle, the beginning, the middle, the end. They clawed it back, and they managed to still finish third. But it was looking scary. It was looking really, really scary. Where people even saying they might miss out on Champions League. My question is Pep entering his Jose at United era, or are they going to bounce back? Because every time City, not every time, but for the past, let's say 7 years, when City have not won the league, which is like twice, they've bounced back well, basically, by winning the league. So do we think that's going to happen again? What are we expecting from City in terms of signings? They made some good signings. They got Bettinelli from Chelsea, Trafford as well from Burnley. They got that Nippon guy. Tabo said that he was a shoe-in for Arsenal. Well, he's at City. They got their new number 10, Shirky, Alt-Nouri, and Tijani Reinders. Some saucy players.
Yeah.
They got Tijani, man.
They got Pepe and Landis as well. So the old Liverpool assistant manager, which I think is crazy, to be honest. But that's a conversation for another time. But they got him as well. What are we expecting? What are we expecting from this?
It's interesting because I think there's what people are saying is Pep has never been in this position where he had to rebuild and then go again to win a league. He's usually he comes from a more of a privileged position where he's like you have the stars, go win it, and he just iterates and makes whatever was previous there better. So it's going to be interesting to see how Pep deals with this season and the team. I don't know, because they're all wild cards to me. Because I know what I'm saying is they can either bang or they can just fizzle out. I don't know. It's in between. So I'm just gonna wait and see. For me, at least, with Pep.
Man, for me, with the City thing, it's a who will defend thing, man. I'll be real. And I usually associate that with United, but who will defend in that City team, bro? Like, I'm running through the list of defenders, bro. Like, Guardiola is a better wing back, innit? Nouri is a street baller, bro. Donny don't do no defending, bro. That's a failed winger right there, bro. Ruben Diaz, bro. Donny just bagged by a jammer, bro. You think he's worried about another Prem? Come on, bro. Let's be serious.
He's getting a new Connie, bro. You know he's marrying her. He's staying.
All right, cool. So we got Mateus Nunes again, another failed midfielder / winger who's now playing right back. Rico Lewis, who might be going to Nottingham Forest if they can make another bid. We got this O'Reilly brother who's like a left back, but also like a hybrid centre mid. John Stones can never stay fit. We got that Kustanov. We know what that Don done in his debut, innit, man? Jury's still out on that brother.
So, he's solid, man. He'll come
I'm looking at that City defense, and I'm just thinking they can be got at. And I don't know about you, man, innit, but I just feel like, do you not feel like City have lost a little bit of fear factor now? This might be recency bias, man. But man, there's been for years and years and years seeing your team get on the coach to the Etihad. It's 2-0 before you've even got onto the pitch, bro. Now you genuinely feel you can go to City, and if you apply a little bit of pressure on that back line, you can cook. You can get a result. Like Spurs have been doing it for years, and I genuinely feel
literally
City have lost a little bit of fear factor.
Yeah, Prez just. I think that's recency bias, man. It's recency bias.
Yeah, no. Prez and Ruzi have just touched on the chat. I think it's KDB. It's KDB. Once KDB.
So let's read what he's saying. Pep's downfall is coinciding with De Bruyne dropping levels. Rosivo is saying that as well. KDB cutting. That's why there's uncertainty at City. So is that what you guys are agreeing with that?
It's a combination.
Combination.
You know what's a combination for me? Yeah. So obviously De Bruyne dropping, obviously not staying fit. then coming back towards the end of the season and doing what KDB does and somehow getting to Team of the Year. He's been doing that for a while, yeah. Obviously, he's gone now. I think it's the goals from out wide. So, like, losing Mahrez, yeah. I know it was a while ago, but further back, no Sterling, because he chipped him with goals, yeah. Yeah. So those two were big. And the players that have come in, your Grealishes haven't worked. Doku, flats to deceive. Yeah, he flicks his foot about, but in terms of numbers,
yeah, toast. Yeah, toast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen. If I was a right back, long day. Yeah, in terms of like he'll beat you and then he'll turn back and he'll beat you again. He'll get to the byline, but it's not. There's not that end product all the time. I think it's the same with Savio. I think it's similar in terms of him, in terms of that end product as well. Foden went from obviously a player of the year season to falling off a cliff last year. Whether he'll regain that form, he's yet to be seen. No Rodri, obviously a big thing. We know how important Rodri is. So like I think coming back into the team, that will make a difference. I think Reinders is a class signing. He'll make a big difference. And I agree with what you say about defensively. Okay, and I think even Ederson has dropped his levels in the last couple of seasons, right? Which sometimes it's like he can't catch a cold. Great with his feet, but doesn't want to make saves. That's a big thing. Yeah. I think most Premier League winning teams need to have a good keeper, someone that you can trust. And I think Ederson, and maybe that's why they signed Trafford. I don't know. But anyway, I think their two best centre-backs for me are Akanji and Ake when they're fit. And I think if they can get those two playing together, and playing together consistently, because we know John Stones never stays fit. Diaz isn't as good as he's not been good for 2 seasons now, Diaz. And you mentioned Kusanov, he's young. To get those two fit, they need to sign the right back. I don't know why they haven't gone and got a right back. They could have got my man from Inter Milan. He had a release. What's his name? Dumfries. I don't know why they haven't gone to get a right back. Yeah, it's obvious they need a right back. Obviously, Walker's gone.
Dumfries is all legs, bro. No tech, just all power.
I hear it.
Yeah, he doesn't scream.
I hear it, but I think
my guy though.
It's better than maybe not, because I think.
Wait, so who's their right back? Who's their right back choices now?
Nunes
and
Lewis. Or they play a Kanji right back. I think what we're going to see. I think what we're going to see. They're going to play a back three, but I think they're going to play a back three, as in Akanji will tuck in from the right, and I think Aït-Nouri will be kind of that out and out on the left.
That wing, on the left,
yeah. Kind of like almost a lopsided back three with him as like the outlet on the left hand side. But I think back to the original point, I think we're doing a recency bias thing with City. I think we are. Like, yes, losing De Bruyne is massive, but they made that. It's hard to replace a man of that quality, of that ilk. But he has been injured the last couple of seasons where he's not been fully fit. He's been playing for injuries and things like that. And they've kind of tried to replace him with Shirky. In a way, he's going to be that creative player. Obviously, nowhere near to the ability, but they've tried to kind of replace him. You've got to hope that Foden finds his form again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you've got a man up front that can score you 30, 35 goals, you're always going to be good. So I think City, with Rodri back in the team as well, for me, they're second.
Yeah. You know what? Saying Reinders, looking forward to seeing Reinders in the Prem. Press saying Savio against Chelsea in their first game last season. I thought they had one there. Maris regen people were screaming. He might go Spurs, right?
He looked good enough.
Coming to Spurs. Don't you worry. You'll see him down N17 in a few weeks.
I think. Hold on. I think I'm somewhere in the middle between they're cooked. I don't fear them, and with what Strizza is saying, with like, let's not get too happy yet, because City are City, Pep are Pep. We just need to see what's going to happen this season, right? But don't be surprised if City are gonna go on a spending spree this last couple of weeks. I think they will figure out that right back position. I think they will figure out a few positions. I'm hearing Rodrigo.
What's that 115 charges saying? Because you're saying spending spree
with 115 charges pending, brother.
What's going on there, bro?
But what did you tell me? Spend the bread, we'll face the consequences later. It will be a slap on the wrist, bro. What did Chelsea get? Chelsea got a slap on the wrist.
And
they had to pay 20 million, and they made that 20 million in America. Let's go. Chelsea got a slap on the wrist. They'll probably get a slap on the wrist, man.
Spend the bread now. Facts, man.
And if they sell Savio and they sign Rodrigo, like you said, Drew, like they've got that guy.
Yeah.
That can.
I think people underestimate. Go on, Striz.
Now I was gonna say the difference between like a Doku and a Savio and a Rodrigo is he's gonna get you the numbers. I know that people are gonna say, but in La Liga, his best goal scoring seasons were 9 and whatever 10. But I think it's different playing in Madrid. He's playing off the right. I think he's got Vinny and Bellingham and Mbappe and other players to contend with. If he plays off the left in a team where he's like seen to be like, this is my team, I can kind of do my thing, he will flourish. No doubt.
I keep telling people, and it's not even just that, yeah. It's also like, if you look at Rodrigo's game, if you look at Madrid games, even if you look at the stats, like this is like facts. Rodrigo on the left, or when he plays central, because he sometimes plays striker as well. He gets more. You get more out of him than when he plays on the right. All of his goals, assists, or most of it, not all, but most of them come from central positions or left positions. Know what I mean? So I think Rodrigo is a.
Here, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking to certain man. I'm talking to certain man, innit? I know they're posted. I'm talking to certain man saying that Rodrigo is not this, Rodrigo's not that. Rodrigo's a hooper, man, and I would love to see him come to the Prem and see what he does, man. Gerald saying, think people are underestimating how much City missed Rodri last season. Right City of the season at your own risk. Fair enough. Yeah, Rodri is a big miss, but he's injured again.
But he's gonna be back in within the first couple of months. I agree with what Gerald's saying, but for me, I also feel as if one player, if you lose one player and your team completely collapses, that means you're not a good team. So I stand by that. As important as that player is, like you can't have the drop off City had just from one player and then think you plug in that one player and then everything's back to normal again. Like adapt. Come on, like what are we doing there?
Agreed, man.
Sorry, just on that. Did that happen to Arsenal though? Didn't that happen to Arsenal though?
I didn't subscribe to that, my brother. I didn't subscribe.
Arsenal didn't really collapse though.
I didn't subscribe to that.
They didn't collapse.
So.
Do you think they collapsed?
Of course they collapsed.
I think that was their normal level, man. I don't think they collapsed. I'm not gonna lie.
Man said collapse last year, you know. Is this 2 seasons ago? What's man talking about, bro? Anyway, man.
Receiver saying when Bailiff rolls, they'll clock. Press saying they're saying Indy Kyler's Rodrigo's cousin. Hey, shout out my bro Indy. Hey, Press is just being a nuisance in here, man. I might have to block him from the comment section. Where do you think City is gonna finish, man?
4th place, man.
Second.
Yeah,
I got them 4th as well. Second.
Either 2nd or 4th.
4th place, man.
What's that 2nd or 4th, Shalop? So it's basically they'll challenge or they won't challenge. That's basically what you're saying.
I said it. I'm not sure. It's either gonna go really well or just they will just fizzle out. So hence why I go 2nd or 4th.
Yeah. People are saying excuses from the Arsenal camp again. We have 4 men out. Gerald saying 2nd. Fair enough, man. All right, Arsenal, man, this is your time. We're discussing you guys now. Is it finally time again? Obviously, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, of course, I felt that Arsenal had to win the league last season. I felt that Arsenal's time was last season simply because, obviously, they've done back-to-back second twice. But not only that, it's not by fluke. So they were generally like, it wasn't a fluke. It was they were then generally like top 3 best teams in the league. Know what I mean? So for me, they had to win the league last season. If not, for me, Teta had to leave this summer. Obviously, there's been some circumstances which led to Arsenal again not winning the league last season. If you had to ask them, injuries to key players, long-term injuries to key players, also not having the required out-and-out number 9 that will put games to bed. They lack too many draws, and then also having another challenger in Liverpool that kind of stayed consistent, which also didn't help Arsenal. Now, you've done this before, but this time with United, when United, you finished 2nd to United 3 times in a row, and then you finally won it in 01-02, I think. Gunas, are you going to do it again? Is this the year? Have we got that confidence? Have you got your Thierry Henry, your Pires at their peak? your Vieira there marshalling? Have we got more David Seaman? Huh? Have we got that this season? Have we got that confidence now? Are we taking a mighty Liverpool on? I know Tess is trying to keep straight face. I know you long enough. Shalom, you too. What are you guys telling me?
Fool.
Have we got that right now? Talk to me, cousins.
You know what? Obviously, I'll get this one off Mace, innit? Obviously, you man know that I was not very vocal and I was not very present in the Varbar group chat this summer. I went to China this summer.
You was doing side missions. You was doing side missions this summer.
I went to China. I went to China this summer to visit the Dalai Lama, innit, man? For my mental health, innit, man? I had to go to Tibet, and he told me 3 things. He told me 3 things. Number 1.
Tibet.
Number 1. Number 29 and number 11. We don't address them by name anymore. Done. We don't address them, man, by name. So if you man knows who that is,
can you address them? I don't know. Can you address them, please, for the chat?
Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz. We don't address them by name anymore.
Calm.
That's number 1. Number 2, Mikel Arteta. You have 12 months. This is what the Dalai Lama told me. Mikel Arteta, you have 12 months. And number 3, this championship window is getting smaller and smaller. So if not now, when? If not now, when? That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got.
We can address all 3 points one by one if you guys are on it. What was the first point again? The Kai Havertz and Martinelli. 11, we don't address them by name again. Let's discuss that then. So Kai Havertz, Shulam, you can kick that off. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree. I agree. I think all the 3 points are valid, and I have said that. The Kai Havertz thing, I've always said that will be Mikel Arteta's stain. Should have never bought him. Should have never bought him. And he's been trying to
not for that price.
Number. Not for that price. And I think this is what happened. And everything all links back to Granit Xhaka, right? Because he's trying to replace Granit Xhaka with a left footer. Did not work. And then he now repurposed him to be a striker. Tried to do the same thing with Mikel Merino. Did not work. And now Mikel Merino's best position is a striker. So
am I going to get an apology, Toast, for Xhaka? That he was one of your key players in 23-24. Am I going to get an apology? That he came good and you missed him? And that he left your club and nearly won everything. He only lost once that season. Once. So and that was in the Europa League final.
So why is my man playing for Sunderland now?
Because he wants to. He doesn't want to play on the Ten Hag. You would.
Brother, we did not miss Xhaka, bro. Xhaka did not move the needle, bro.
Okay.
He's a non
Shalom, I know you disagree, but it's calm. I know Shalom disagrees, but calm.
How can the 7 years we were out of the Champions League coincide with the 7 years Xhaka was starting for Arsenal? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Come on, bro. What are you doing there?
With Xhaka, I just feel like we persisted playing him as a 6. He wasn't a 6. He wasn't mobile enough for a 6. He did his best work as an 8 for us. And that's where we saw the best for Xhaka. But Mikel saw that, got a boner over there and decided to replace him. Doesn't work. So it is what it is. With Martinelli, I just think Martinelli's hit a ceiling.
I think the Martinelli thing, Strizza, you can continue your point, but I don't know if Strizza agrees with me. I think you guys are being very harsh on Martinelli, but I don't know what Strizza thinks or what the chat thinks, but I think Martinelli is not that bad. He just needs to get back to that version.
I think, I think so. I don't rate Kai Havertz. Yeah, like if you know me, you know I'm not a Havertz fan at all. But I think he's actually done all right for Arsenal. He's not gonna take you to a league title. You're hoping Gyökeres does that, right? But I think as a squad player, when he's played, he's done all right. He's had okay numbers. He's been physical. He's been a nuisance, and he's linked the play okay. And he presses. He works hard. Cool. You need better, and you've gone on. Hopefully not. But in your case, hopefully got better now with Gyökeres. Martinelli, I agree. I don't think Martinelli's that bad. I think you need to get better, but I don't think Madueke is better. If you go and get Rodrigo, then fair enough. But I don't think Madueke is necessarily better than Martinelli. I don't see what Madueke has done to be better than Martinelli. And I also think Madueke is better off the right-hand side. So it's a weird signing. I'm not saying you did, obviously it's a weird signing. So I think Martinelli, for me, it's more the case of when he had his 15-goal season a couple of seasons ago, when Arsenal were at their best, free-flowing. Maybe teams didn't know about like how they were going to play their style. Since then, it's become more rigid, it's become more robotic, it's become more system-based, and that doesn't suit his game. I think what suits his game is almost playing as an inside forward, coming in off the left, finishing when he doesn't have to think about it, getting confidence from scoring goals and continuing that. And I think the more he plays out and out as a wide man, like even now, I don't even see Martinelli beat his man. He used to cook Trent. He used to cook fullback. I don't see him even beat. Yeah. He does the same thing, not right. And I don't know, but I don't think. But the thing is, I don't think he can't do that. I think
that's my thing.
It's a system thing now where he's not being able to just play naturally, just play football. That's what I think.
But I guess to play devil's to
bring me Martinelli as a squad player, bro.
Let me play devil's advocate with like from Toast's point of view. For example, let's use Zinchenko, right? At one point, he was very valuable to the team with that inside left foot, like that kind of inverting left back. Then teams clocked, and he became useless. Martinelli's similar to the situation. Teams have clocked, and he's kind of useless. So what is the flip side to that? Do we change the way we play? Tet isn't gonna do that. So that's basically where we land.
Let me go into the comments real quick before we move on. Gerald saying, I'll be there for the head loss this season, for sure. Press saying, at least 29 is hench now. At least we got that. You hear that, Receiver? At least he's hench now. Like you've been saying, that last season was goated. Gerald saying, Gakpo was player of the season that year for Arsenal, but Toast won't allow honesty in his life. Thank you very much, Gerald. I agree. Receiver say we still miss him, and that's what affected Gabby, I think. Maybe. Good point. But that left-hand side of Arsenal worked really well in 23-24, and we can't deny that it stopped working when Xhaka left. Those are the facts, Toast. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, like, where do we think Arsenal will finish the season? Because it's now or never, right? There's like people saying, obviously, there's pressure on the champion to go back to back with the signings they've made. But people are also saying, Arteta, you've been there for a couple of years now, 5 years, no trophies. You've started off well with winning 2 trophies. It's now or never with the team that you have.
Fourth.
But what are we expecting? Fourth, I'm hearing. Damn.
Yeah.
No higher than second, no lower than fourth. I mean, it's just same old Arsenal. They've not made the requisite signings that they need to really challenge. They have not. We did not need Madueke. Like, of all the Chelsea wingers you could have picked, you decided to pick Madueke. Why? Give me Sancho. I would have taken Sanch. Why are you giving me Madueke for? What can I do?
Look at what you're saying, bro, Toast, man.
What can I do with Noni Madueke, bro? What can I do with Noni Madueke, bro?
It's excuses.
You're in baddie for baddie, bro.
Toast, you can't do this. For me, you're making excuses. But by the way, I think I agree with you. I don't think so Madueke for me is signed as a squad player. Like, I don't think he's better than Martinelli on the left. I honestly don't. But like, for how long have we been saying Arsenal need cover for Saka? When Saka gets injured, who can we bring in? So for me, he's that cover for Saka. Like, he's not as good as Saka, of course, but he's better than Trossard. He's better than Martinelli on that side, let's say. And he'll come in and be cover. Obviously, he play off the left as well. The problem isn't Madueke. The problem is you haven't gone and got someone else to play on the left. That's the problem. Yeah.
I agree. My issue is we can all clearly see what's going to happen, right?
He's going to play Madueke.
Madueke is going to start as a backup right winger. Number 11 is going to do the usual crap that he does. Madueke is eventually going to take his position as a left winger, and he's going to come up short because he's not good enough to be our starting left winger. Rafael Leao is there. Rodrigo was there. There are plenty of forwards that we could have got in this position, and we decided to get a backup for Saka. Fine, we needed a backup for Saka, but we needed a left winger more than we needed a backup for Saka. Because if there's a left winger that can cook, then we ain't got to worry about Saka having too much pressure on him. We got a left winger that scored 8 league goals last year, 6 league goals the year before. The year before that, he scored 15. So in the last 2, he didn't even get up to what he scored 3 seasons ago. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. People are telling me that it's Arteta's fault that Martinelli's performing the way he's performing. No. He's arse cheeks. He's not good. It's as simple as that. He's not good enough for our ambitions. What was the first thing Strizza just said? He doesn't mind Havertz, but he's not good enough to win you a league title. He doesn't mind Martinelli, but he's not good enough to win you a league title. We're in a championship window. So if they're not good enough to win us a league title, what are we doing? We're just wasting time. Simple. It's as simple as that. We're just
I
wasting
agree
time.
with, man. Let me go quickly through the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before you go, Mace. Quickly through the chat. Gerald say Madueke is not an upgrade on Martinelli at all. Press agreeing with Strizza. Not much between Madueke and Nelly. If anything, Nelly has shown more. Toast take a touch. Sancho's ass. Resivo saying the thing is, if we bought Noni from elsewhere, people would have been doing this. Arsenal had 3 positions to improve. They've done 2 out of 3. I'm waiting for deadline day. Sunday is going to be a meltdown. Sure.
What was the second position we improved?
I guess.
You want to talk about Zuba?
Okay, so let's talk about your signing. So you've signed Kepa. You've signed Norgard. You've signed the centre back Mosquera from Valencia. You've signed Noni Madueke, Victor Gyökeres, and Zubimendi. So I'm guessing Zubimendi and Gyökeres.
Yeah, he says on the chat as well, Zubi.
What, Zubimendi an upgrade on Partey though? I know Partey's situation obviously it could have been a different thing.
Yeah,
is he an upgrade?
Yeah.
He is. He is.
Bro, that guy is
defensively though. Off the ball, he looks higgy.
You're going. No, do you know what he's doing?
We will find out, Mace.
You're going off that friendly the other day. I've seen bare videos on Twitter, highlight reel of his thing. But can I say something? You man were talking about Manu earlier.
I was in the stadium watching him live. I've seen it for myself.
Listen, he's Spanish. Bro, he's Spanish. He'll get the ball on the back foot. He'll play out. But brother, we're talking about athleticism in the Premier League. We're talking about athleticism.
He ain't got that yet.
When they get Zubi in a headlock, it won't be fun, bro. In that midfield, bro.
I'm telling you now. You play Villa at Villa Park when Rodgers is getting the ball deep and driving. He's gonna fling him off him like a picnic.
Brother,
he ain't got the athleticism, bro. The strength.
Well, I've seen him play live, and he covers the ground real well. I do agree that the issue which we have, the issue which we have is the thing about Zubi is that he takes the ball and he moves and he creates space behind. So what Arteta did in the last game was to play a double pivot. So basically, Declan drop in and Zubi go in, and when Zubi drops Declan, so it's just basically a double pivot.
And another thing, I'm gonna
tell you this. Zubi Mendy will change our lives. Great player. Mark my words.
I think so.
You know what it is? Mace, you know what it is? It's not that I don't like Zubimendi, but we're talking about positions that caused us an issue last year. Yeah. Partey was not an issue last year. So what are we talking about?
Partey gave. Let me tell you something. Partey was not an issue, but Partey gave away some dumbass, stupid balls, and you can see that slowly the age and like the age became a factor. Don't get me wrong. I did not like Partey leaving. I thought he was really good, but Zubimendi is younger, is fitter. He thinks quicker. He's just a baller. Take time to see this guy. Trust me, what we got is a gem.
Yeah, I'm with Shalom, man.
Clapping. I was like, this guy is different.
Because you might were at a party as well. You might were calling Partey uncle in that, and now he's not an upgrade.
The problem is you don't actually understand that we need both players. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to keep Partey because of all of the off the field stuff. I'd rather him gone. But we actually need 2 players in that position of 2 different profiles. Zubimendi can't do certain things that Partey can give us. And you're going to see that. You're going to see that. When they get man in a headlock, you're going to see that.
And that's why we played.
Right.
And that's why there's Declan Rice there. And even look at the chat. Do you know how much...
Man said no.
He's ball winning. That guy's good, man. I
Let me
get
go on the
that.
chat. Let me go.
So,
So
she's
press
gonna bring a
questioning.
laptop.
Press questioning. Party and upgrade. Wow, saying that with complete confidence. So he doesn't agree. He thinks Party is Subimendi is not an upgrade to Party. Did you watch him against England? Resivo say that's why Rice is there. People are getting moist from 22 scanning before receiving the ball. Man, that's won the most duels in Europe. People don't watch ball. Toast, no corn. Do you actually watch us? Do you watch Arsenal, Toast?
When we get onto the Liverpool section, listen closely in it. I'm gonna show you an actual midfield. Innit? So don't log off just as the Arsenal section's ended, innit?
Right. So press, you got an ally in Toast. You got an ally in Toast, man. So yeah, where do we think Arsenal will finish? I personally got them in third behind Chelsea. Yeah. However, I do think if Arsenal can keep the majority of their squad fit, it might be a free horse thing. But someone's gonna fall short quarter three, begin quarter four.
I think we'll win it.
The league.
Yeah.
Back it up, man. Back up your statement. Why do you think you'll win it?
The Women's Premier League or the Under 21 Premier League?
Oh, probably that one. That's what they were celebrating.
Oh, man.
Listen, I'll tell
Sabo,
you.
you believe it, bro. Stop telling them. Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
Personally, this is Teta's last season for me. I'll just put it out there. He has to win something. Two, I think we have the best defense in the league, in my opinion. And I think that does help you it takes you a long way to win in the league. One position which we lacked last season and we've replaced is the striker. So we've got a striker. And watching, okay, so say if we don't get anyone on left, which I think is very important, we either get Eze or we get Rodrigo. If we don't get anyone, the way we play, from what I've seen, there was a lot of positives to be taken. I think this Arsenal team is very experienced in at least taking the league to the end of the season. And I think right now we have everything we required, barring the left, to win it. And for me, I'm believing my team. I'm going for it. I think we win it.
Mace, we don't have the depth, bro.
Hey, that's his opinion, man. We don't have to. That's his opinion, Toast, man. Strizza, what do you think?
When Zubi goes down and we have to play no guards week in, week out, you man will see Pepe. You will see Pepe, bro. We don't have the depth. We don't. What are we doing here, man?
Strizza.
It's the same thing every time, bro. We needed Partey.
It's okay, bro.
Zubimendi. What the hell is wrong with this team, bro?
Hey, Tosh, you're gonna break your laptop, G. Big bad thing. It's gonna go flying.
Like, brother, man, this team never learns, bro. They never learn. But sorry, go on.
I think Arsenal are gonna finish fourth. I don't think they're better than Liverpool. I don't think they're better than City. And I don't think they're better than Chelsea. And I also think, as much as you can argue they're the best defense in the league, I wouldn't argue against it. I think there's a lot of hype over this guy doing all of this. I'm seeing it in chats everywhere. It's embarrassing, by the way. For big 30-year-old, plus-year-old men doing this.
Johnny's can't celebrate again. Celebration,
it's embarrassing. It's
big
embarrassing. Anyway, big men, Tobs and Shaz
100 racks a week.
Bro. Come on, but anyway, with that being said, from what I've seen, listen, I know he's bagged goals in the Portuguese league. You can only play the league you're playing against, teams you're playing against in that league. Cool. I don't know if he looks a bit. First, he looks heavy. On top of that, he looks clunky. You watched him live the other day, Shalom. I watched one little thing of him dribbling in the corner, and 1 minute he was attacking the defender into the box.
Shalom will lie to us. We watch the games, boy. Chat to us.
Bro, I'm like,
in the flesh. What's Joko saying?
I don't know if Gyökeres is really like, he is a completely different profile, to what you've had in Havertz, in terms of he's an out and out striker. I think, and you can tell me not if I'm right or wrong, majority of fans wanted Sesko, because of the fact he's a little bit better with his feet, he can link up the play, but he can also get into the box and score a goal. With Gyökeres, it's a case of A lot of his goals for Sporting were either pens or they were counter-attack goals where he's just bigger and stronger than everyone. In the Prem, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. You ain't getting that same space where you can take a heavy touch or take another one and you're strong enough to shrug a man.
When Konate give you that try, when Konate give you that tricep, it's long.
So I just don't know if, like, in terms of improvement, how much it's going to be, because like I said before, I think Zubimendi and Partey, you can argue that they're on par. I think Partey is quality. Off the field stuff, maybe that's why you got rid. I think from what I've seen, Zubimendi is also good, but there'll be an adaptation period physically to the Premier League. I think so. You've still got the problems, as we mentioned, with your left-hand side. Cool. And I don't know if Gyökeres is going to come in and be that 20-goal season striker that you need. So that's why I got you man fourth.
So you think he needs to score 20 goals for us to win the league?
I think
yes.
If you're factoring in, the fact that Martinelli, based on what both of you man have said, by the way, falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
Havertz isn't going to be the main man, and he's never scored 20 for you anyway. And Odegaard, since that first season, hasn't hit the same numbers as he hit. He's going to have to, because otherwise you're relying on Saka. The only way you're going to be able to compete or win the league is if Martinelli finds his form again, Odegaard finds his form again, and obviously Gyökeres doesn't then need to score 20 goals. But I think he's going to need to, and I don't know if he will. I think right now he's not scoring 20 goals. He's not scoring 20 goals.
Strizza, historically, and I'm talking the last 2-3 seasons, Arsenal collectively have scored lots of goals. We haven't relied on one player to bring in the majority of our goals. So if that happens with this particular iteration of Arsenal, doesn't that help us? Say Gyökeres scores 10-15 this season. Isn't that good?
I think, of course. Like goals, Havertz has scored 13 Premier League goals last season, for example. Yeah, that's only 2 off of 15. Let's say. Yeah. I think it's not so much like if he scores 15 or 10 to 15. Is Martinelli going to score 10 to 15? Is Odegaard going to score 10 to 15? Because then you're going to need the goals to be shared around the team.
That's the point I'm making. That happens, historically, we've done that. Historically, Arsenal as a team, we have done
last
that.
season.
Last
You're going
season
2 seasons ago.
No. I agree, because Mace is saying collectively, Arsenal, they do score a lot of goals. They're also one of the top scorers in the league for the past couple of seasons. That's fair enough. But Mace, that's a false. That's sometimes a false stat, because sometimes your goals can come in games or in a period where you're smashing teams 6-0, 5-0. Whatever.
And not only that, I think Arsenal won a lot of games last season 2-0. So because they're so good defensively, they could win the game 1-0. I remember they beat us at White Hart Lane 1-0. They've won games where they've won by the odd goal. They've not conceded. They've kept it tight. Then they've had the games, like you say, where they've smashed West Ham. They've smashed teams 5-6. They can do that on their day, and everyone can nick a goal. But I'm saying in the big moments, where you need that goal, where you need something, where you need that player to step up, is it going to be Gyökeres? Is it going to be Martinelli? Is Odegaard gonna actually show up? That's my thing. That's my thing. It's okay. It's okay.
People are getting rattled. People are getting rattled.
Third goal, You see the third goal in it when you're 2-0 up. That's okay. That's okay. It's when it's 1-1.
I get what you're saying, but I think you have to understand what really screwed us up. Last season, amongst the injuries, is the fact we drew 14 games. Right, them draws were just nasty, and I think what we need and what we will get this season is just someone like Gyökeres getting in extra goals. We don't really need a lot. What we need is just to take a next step, and that next step could be maybe a 20 goals a season striker or winger, or just what we got. So for me, I think people might disagree. I think Arsenal are there or nearly there. We just need to take an extra step.
You know what? All I want to say about Gyökeres is Arsenal, probably since Aubameyang, have not had a score at all cost striker. We've not had a score at all cost sort of forward who his only role in the team is to sit in the box, score goals, have good striker's instincts in the box, get across the first man, get across the near post, score headers. score scrappy goals. At all costs, we have that striker now. That's something that we've lacked in the last couple of years. I keep saying it. Saka's not a score-first footballer. Havertz is an out-and-out striker. Odegaard isn't a score-first cam. Martinelli, he had one purple patch 15-goal season. We finally have the guy that can score goals. Give him the opportunities to score goals, and he will cook. I'm putting it on wax that he scores 20 league goals this season. I've not made any pre-season bets yet.
Put your money where your mouth is.
If anybody
Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah.
If anybody wants to put bread on it, I'm putting it on wax. Gyökeres is getting 20 plus. I might even throw in one more too. I might even throw
21.
21. I might even throw in 21 because I'm feeling that now.
More than Isak. So he's more than Isak last season.
20.
So we can talk. We can talk after this. I'm happy to put big P's on that. Can't lie.
Let me go to the comment section. Gerald saying, I've said from the last 2 seasons, all Arsenal needed was a proper 9. I want them in 4th, but I'm also worried. I can't lie. So Gerald thinks 9, Gyökeres is the missing piece. Nevin saying, Mace, I don't believe you. I think that was in terms. What was you saying then? I think you was talking about saying that Arsenal will win the league.
Also in the league.
Yeah.
Ruzivo said Vic is going to be the difference mentally on wax. How many goals is sufficient for Jock guys? For me, I think between 15 and 20, that's sufficient. That's sufficient for me. Any 15 or less, I'm atting, and I'll continue to at. This is a crash out from Toast. Let the Toast monologue continue. The memes when Jock drops a 0 out of 10. Stress, you're spitting again. 14 games, Victor needs half, 7, 21 points. Okay, so certain man have done the maths. Kenna saying the team that has scored the most goals has won the league 6 of the last 7 years. The Golden Boot winner has won the league 6 of the last 8 years. Statistically, the top scorer wins the league. One of the top scorer is not the top scorer.
Sorry, Opta.
Statsman Kens. Fuck it. Let's get it cracking. Enough games. We collecting. Okay. Tabo, aka Receiver. This is what I want to see. We're collecting. No top 4. No shyness. Let's get it, Arsenal, man. Okay. I hear it. Let's move on, man. Let's move on to the last team then. Liverpool. Now, obviously, Liverpool, the champions. New manager, new gaffer last season. Klopp left. People had no hope. People thought Liverpool would fall off a cliff, or people thought Liverpool would not be challenging for the league or whatever. Certain people believe that Liverpool would win the league. Certain people believe that the gaffer that they got is a good gaffer. He would at least challenge. Other people believe that, if we keep our players fit, we have the best squad in the league, which will equal winning the league. No matter where certain Liverpool fans sat, obviously, the vast majority obviously couldn't expect us winning the league. Let's just keep it frank. But we did it. What does Liverpool do in the summer? We sell a lot of players, but we also buy a lot of players. But not just players. I think like we bought quality players. And let me quickly rattle off the names. Because it's quite a few, to be honest. So obviously we've signed Georgios Mamadashvili, which is like the Valencia keeper, Georgian keeper as well. We signed him last season, but he joined this season. We signed a young goalkeeper, Armin Pesci. I don't know if you guys seen the tapes of him, but he looks really, really decent. I think he's going to be our third keeper. We signed Jeremy Frimpong, right back. Milos Kerkez, left back. Hugo Ekitike, striker. And then Florian Wirtz, attacking midfielder. In my humble opinion, I don't think any team is seeing us this season. Am I saying we're going to go invincible? I'm not saying that. Don't get your knickers twisted. But I'm just saying that I see us as the overwhelming favorites. However, other people will say that obviously it's a lot of change. We've lost a lot of players, lost some key players as well, and then brought in a lot of key players as well. So they're not just for the bench or to fill up the squad. Most of these signings are actually going to start. So will this disrupt anything for Arne Slot? Will this cause any... You get me? Last week, we had the Community Shield. Liverpool ended up losing that game via penalties to Crystal Palace. People were questioning, our defense. People were questioning Mohamed Salah. People saying it's not looking good. So obviously doubts, primarily from rival fans, is creeping in, saying that this Liverpool, it might not be the same, and there might be we might get at them. What do you guys think? Strizza, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, my phone was gonna die in it. Now I think back to back. I think champions elect. I think the business that you've done. I know you've lost Trent, but you strengthened in areas. We spoke a lot about Robertson. Kirkes is an obvious upgrade. You've got another centre back coming in. I don't know much about him, but so you're addressing that position. Maybe Gay as well. So you signed a good striker in Ekatike. You're looking like you might get Isak, I think, towards the end of the window, but I think you will get him. Wirtz, again, that creative kind of midfielder. I just can't see past Liverpool, man. And it annoys me because, you know what, like, in terms of Liverpool fans, you're like a level-headed one, Andy. I can listen to you. I can talk ball with you. But a man like Kenner, I just don't...
Did you hear that, Nev?
I just can't stand Kenner when it comes to football and Liverpool and how arrogant he is at times. So, but I can't look past it, man. Like, how can I sit here and say that any team is going to be able to challenge for a team that has won the league last year and strengthened on top of that? I guess the only things you can argue, and maybe to play devil's advocate, is I think Frimpong is a downgrade on Trent. I think Van Dijk is another year older. So really, like, is there going to be a drop-off on the levels? I don't know. And same thing with Salah. Is Salah going to be able to perform at the same level as he performed last season, which obviously was unbelievable? Was it 29 goals, 17, 18 assists? Like, is he going to do that again? But other than that, man, if you add Isak to this super team, bro, the league's done, man.
Yeah, I think Isak, and obviously we're signing the Parma centre back, the Italian one, the 18-year-old Leone. But obviously there's rumors of Mark Gahey as well. Now that would excite me a lot more, and obviously if Isak is rolling this window, that as well, because I think if that happens, I don't see anything past us other than obviously the team not gelling, Arne Slot not being able to, get this many changes going. But I know Arne Slot, he had to do this a lot of times with Feyenoord. Every season he had wholesale changes. It's a whole different level, of course. It's not the same. But I know that he's capable of getting a tune out of players, a whole group of players, very quick. He at least has that skill. So that's why I'm pretty confident that, they should figure it out very soon. Mace Toast, chat to me. Because Mace, obviously, you think that Arsenal will win the league. So I'm assuming you think Liverpool will finish second. So where do you see us fall?
I mean, I can't lie if I'm not checking myself in regards to Arsenal finishing the league, because that's a
stand on business, man.
And I'm standing on business. I am, but of course you have to look at Liverpool and say, okay, these guys are a problem, especially if you get Isak, going to be a problem. But like what Crystal Palace showed us, Liverpool can be got. Van Dijk is moving a little bit higgy.
He was ill, by the way, for a week. Okay,
that's cool, but we've seen he's moving a bit higgy.
He was ill. Okay. He had a cold.
Whatever. And they say we give excuses. Anyways, what I'm saying is, for me, I think Liverpool will be there second. If they win the league, cool. But I'm standing on business now. Arsenal
second. I respect it, Miss. And honestly, I respect it, man. Like, for me, if Liverpool get Alex Isak, we need to call in the independent ombudsman, man, because that shit will not be fair. That shit will not be fair. Like that, like you man will walk the league in it, man. Like, for me, and I hope brother Tabo's listening in this section. Like, I think the league will be won and lost by Liverpool's midfield, innit, man? Like, because that's what I'm calling real depth. You guys have a tree of midfielders that you can call upon if one person goes down. If Zubimendi goes down, you'll hear Arsenal fans saying, we don't have our 11. We don't have our 11. We don't have our 11. If Mac 10 goes down, next man up, Gravenberch's going to fill in. Endo's going to fill in. Soboslai's going to fill in. Do you know what I mean? They have the midfield. They have the midfield that they need to win the league. The attack will take care of itself. We've got a Ballon d'Or right winger. You've got Cody Gakpo coming into his own. And then you've got Eketix. I told Kenz and I told Andy the first day I saw Darwin Núñez, I've seen enough. He's not good enough. And I felt the opposite way about Eketike, bro. He's the Texman. He's got something about him. He's got a good touch. He's got a good eye for goal. Sweep and finish in the bottom corner. Didn't even have to think about it. This is a talented footballer. Like, do you know what I mean? So realistically, the midfield and the attack is set. Alisson is set. I agree with Mace. The only way is if teams are confident enough to go at a 34-year-old Van Dijk and to go at a Konate that occasionally has lapses. Kirkes, superb defender, superb going forward, brilliant left back. Frimpong, I need to see him defensively in it because I have a feeling that he just wants to run riot and get like 10, 15 assists down that right wing. So let's see how he plays defensively in it, man. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%, man. So Mace got us second. I got us first. Strizza, Toast, where have you guys got Liverpool?
I got you, man, first.
First in every iteration, in every single way. I don't see what is going to cause the drop off and it's going to propel any other team above you. I don't see it right now.
Question for you then: If the back-to-back happens, will you put respect on Arne Slot's name and will you apologize to me as well?
I'll put respect on his name in the summer. What's my man looking for? I'll put respect on his name already.
Because people don't really want to. People hate it when I'm right. I hate it when I'm right. I hate it.
I rate it.
I actually don't like it
because you largely had the same squad that Klopp did, and you ran every other team off the park. Like Slot's done it. Slot done his thing, and you've made improvements. Like you guys are right there. Like if anything. I'm wondering why Liverpool fans don't have more base about trying to have a dynasty. You, man, don't want that pressure in it. I can tell. Because this is the era right now that you should be saying, yeah, we're going to win at least 3 of the next 4 league titles. Why
Look at my name, bro. Look at my name, bro. Project back to back.
Okay,
Project back to back, bro.
When I said that on Varbar group chat a few months ago, you didn't have the same energy, though. You were like, bro, chill on me.
Yeah, but now you get me. Now the Isak thing, Isak is
now it's making,
saying, bro.
Okay.
Isak is telling us, bro, put the dough and I'm coming. He sold his yard.
Word on the street is if you sign Gehi, you're losing Konate. If you believe
that's fine, man. That's an upgrade, man. What are you talking about? That's an upgrade.
That's fine. But the whole point is what I'm liking right now is that get the replacements in now. Know what I mean? Get them in. Don't wait until they leave. So with the Salah, for example, he signed for another 2 years. We will need to get a replacement for him next summer, which is fine. That's what I like to see. Go on, Striz.
Now, I was going to say, obviously, like, you've probably seen the clip with Carragher talking about Ekitike and Isak and how he doesn't want Liverpool to spend that money on Isak, right? Do you not think, in a way, having 2 strikers, because they are quite similar, they're both tall, techie, got an eye for goal. Obviously, Isak is probably better, or definitely better, but I do rate Ekitike from what I've seen. How is that going to work? You're going to have him on the bench? Are you saying that he's going to play off the left? How do you see it happening? Or do you think you're playing with 2 number 9s?
We can do that. So the 2 number 9s. I think Kenna has an argument. Obviously, Varbar member, Liverpool Varbar member, Kenna. He says we could do the false 9 thing where we play Isak and Ekitike together. Ekitike is very good with the link-up play and he does the drop-off, whereas Isak can do the central thing. Or we can play 3 up front and Ekitike plays off the left, or they swap. Because they both like to float from the left and come inside, so we confuse the enemies and they swap positions.
Technically.
Or we use Gakpo on the left-hand side and Ekitike chops bench, and we have that. If we need, we have him to come on. So there's various ways that Slot can play this with Ekitike. I don't mind I'm sure Ekitike, when he got signed, I'm sure they told him. I don't think they told him, yeah, you're gonna be your first 9. I'm sure they told him, and he has seen the rumors, and he's asked, yo, am I gonna be the first 9 or is Isak signing? They told him, yo, if we can get the opportunity to sign Isak is coming in it, so you'll be competing with him. I'm sure he knew that, or you'll be playing with him. So I think that's calm, man. It's better to have. I'm happy to have that rather than a Darwin Núñez or whatever. It's such a pity that obviously Diogo Jota died, because he would have been the perfect second choice striker, absolute perfect. But we have to replace him. Darwin Núñez is gone as well. We have to replace him as well.
For me, if I'm Liverpool, I don't give a flying monkeys about the fact that we've signed Ekitike. I'm doing everything I can to sign Alexander Isak, because I basically am saying that's like the consolidation of me saying this is our league title now. If Liverpool sign Alexander Isak, there is absolutely no chance any other team in the league wins it. So why put anything to chance? If you can get him, go grab him and go and win that league title. So
agreed, man.
For me, it's a no-brainer, really. Obviously, Newcastle are gonna play hardball, and on top of that, Liverpool don't actually have a second left winger, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if Isak does get signed and he is the 9, then obviously Ekitike will have to figure it out off the left. Do you know what I mean? Don't make it work, man.
And I'm sure he's better on the left than what Gakpo offers anyway, man. So I wouldn't mind that. Can't lie. Let's go to the comment section. We're at the end of the show, the live show. So if you have any questions that you want answered, please put them in the chat. Obviously, Press said, how many times are we going to say VVD looks higgy? Leave that man alone. He's the best there is. Kenneth saying, off the back of a Team of the Year season, as the best centre-back in the league.
Simple case.
Tabo say, take the mic off this guy. Obviously, he doesn't like you praising Liverpool. We grew up in the era of watching Man United having 4 strikers. What are we doing here? Correct. They had Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney.
Different formation.
When they had Dwight York, Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham, Oliver Solskjaer.
Football's different now, though. Football's different now.
Okay, I got a question. One for Press. What could possibly derail Liverpool's run at back-to-back?
Injuries. Like, it's the common injuries.
Salah not performing the same as well.
Salah injuries, and then you're screwed.
Do you think the Salah not performing will derail it now that we have other players?
If you don't get Isak, then yes.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. If you don't get Isak,
but even if you get Isak, like, you don't know. With Salah, it's a sure thing. You more or less could bet your house.
Yeah.
You get with Isak, we're 65-70% there. It might work.
A bit higher, mate.
Okay. You think it's
but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's a different environment.
It's unknown.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's unknown, so you can't even say.
What are the President's asking again? What are the actual goal contributions total for Wirtz? So, what do we think he should be having goal and assists in the Premier League?
I think 10-10.
Yeah. Ooh. He should for the money. I'm expecting 18-20.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say 8-12 in it, like 8 goals, 12 assists. Just from what I'm seeing, the sort of mold of player he is, I'd probably expect him to get more assists than goals, but you should be looking at 20 GA, man.
Gerald asking, first manager to be sacked?
Nuno.
Graham Potter for me.
Yeah, Potter for me.
Nuno.
I think
Nuno at Nottingham Forest?
Nah, Nuno.
Yeah. I think Forest struggled.
That suit.
You see that Marinakis?
That Greek suit night, boy.
Him, bro.
if I don't know if you lot have, like, because after the whole Gibbs White thing, and obviously with FPO addiction and these things, I've been looking at preseason results. All their games, I think 5 or 6 of their games have been 0-0, or they've lost. They lost 3-1, they lost 1-0, and the rest have been 0-0. So where their goals are coming from, obviously Woods had an amazing season last season. Will he continue that form? They've lost to Langer. Gibbs White don't want to be there. So where's his head at? And I know defensively they're very solid, but to a certain extent they got farmed out towards the end of last season. Hence the drop off from being in Champions League to then finishing outside of it. I think if they have a bad start, he'll get the chop.
Mad. Nuno. Toast?
It's a tough one, man, but I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to say Hertzler, innit, man? I need to see more from Brighton, innit, man? Because Potter was cooking at Brighton and they were looking meaty last year. Do you know what I mean? They got slapped up 7-0 in one game against Forest. Like, the needle did not get moved, in my opinion, last year, innit, man? So they very easily could look to go for someone more experienced, innit, man? So
yeah,
let's wait and see.
Will any of the promoted sides be able to stay up? Question from Nevin. I think Sunderland, because I like their signings, man. I like what they're doing.
You want to say Sunderland because of the signings, but when you really clock, it's not as easy as it seems.
It's definitely not easy.
Yeah,
but I do think that the football gods will finally Wolves, because I got Wolves to go down, and I got bro. I mean, Everton, they might, they got Grealish. They might get their joy back with David Moyes in it.
New stadium.
They will.
But like West Ham and them, man, I don't know, man. I think two standard Premier League teams, they might, boy.
No, so RTE makes a good point. He says Sunderland's got many new players and AFCON to worry about. And that's another thing. AFCON, Liverpool, AFCON, Egypt. So,
need that.
Bro, when Isak comes, I'm sleeping cushy, boy. We just need Isak to come. That's all.
They need to send Eritrea to AFCON, man. What do you mean, bro?
Gerald saying they're going down. all of them, bro. Press saying Farke will be the first manager to go, I reckon. Kenna is still talking about something we spoke about 10 minutes ago. Catch up, Kenna. We moved on. Nevin is concerned about Brentford. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe if they lose Wisa as well, then lost Mbuemo. They haven't really signed many players as well. No, but they've got that. Remember, they signed this Brazilian striker from Club Bruges. He's fit now.
Thiago, something like that. What's his name?
Yeah, that Donny. Yeah,
Igor Thiago.
He's running around like Pac. But yeah, man. Lost Norgard as well. Important piece. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this preview show. Obviously, it's our first live show, so obviously share some feedback, whatever we did good, whatever we did not do good. We'll definitely try to do a lot more of these. I kind of enjoyed it, especially with the comment section as well. Going ham. Press, we might have to ban you, just calling everyone, anyone. But Strizza, Toast, Mace, thank you very much for your time, man. Very much.
Shout out the contributors, man. You guys done your thing today. Thank you.
Love.
The regular episodes will be back, of course, every Tuesday morning. You get me? Premier League is back. Agendas are back. But by the way, before we close, man, I want to ask, what's your main agenda for this season to close it off?
Your career ain't gonna bang, bro. That's my thing. I'm seeing all of this and all of that. I can't wait for him to flop and just come back and just skim my tea.
For me, I've got a Gyökeres and a Šeško agenda. Can't lie. Both of them. I need both of them to fail.
Interesting.
Šeško's better, yeah? Arsenal. Gerald saying main agenda is Arsenal.
Normal.
Toast, Mace, any agendas?
If Gerald's main agenda is Arsenal, my main agenda is, when are Chelsea going to stop running from the grind? Come into the race. Come into the Premier League title race with your 49 signings in 4 years and your open blank checkbook. Come into the race. Let's see what you man got. Let's go.
Mace, any agendas?
Brother, I don't have any. I need to win something. I'm starving.
Starving, yeah. Honest.
CC Munya in that one, man. Starving.
CC Munu. All right, man. All right, thank you very much, chat. Appreciate it. Whenever we're doing the next live, we'll keep you posted, man. My name is Andrew, aka Rapping Drew. These are my compadre. We are the VBP boys, and we out. Peace.
In a bit, man. In a bit.